Where did you?
What's up everybody, this is the 12 here and welcome back to another episode of the Beginner to Master tutorial series. You've never heard of this series before, it's just basically I just choose one character out of the entire roster and I tell you guys everything I know about that single character. And the character we're going to focus on today is PTS Shino. Just like the previous episodes, make sure to tell me which character you want me to do for the very next episode, and the character with the most votes will be the next character. But without further ado, let's get started. So let's start out with the basics for PTS Shino. In terms of his range and his attack speed, they're actually pretty darn good. Shino actually has really good attack speed in terms of like in the high tier category. He can pretty much box out, like, I'm talking like Madara or like Obito or Naruto. Like, he has the attack speed to back it up. In terms of range, he does have pretty big range. His range is deceptively big. Like it's really big, but it's not huge. But he does not have short range. I would say he's like probably medium range. Like he has more range, kind of like Kid Obito. Like it is deceptively big. He can kind of box out people with his range and attack speed. But in terms of his momentum, he kind of just doesn't move anywhere at all, which will kind of hurt him in the long run when it comes to like pushing people and putting pressure on people. But once we get into all that PTS Shino has, he won't even need momentum for most of his stuff for pressure. So this is a weird thing I'm gonna be talking about right now because I don't really usually talk about this with most characters, but Shino and a couple of the characters is an exception. So we're gonna talk about Shino's chakra shurikens and his shurikens, because Shino's chakra shurikens are very unique and his shurikens are very unique. As you can see, for his shurikens, he shoots out bugs. And they home in on the opponent quite good. Like they have insane amount of tracking. They're just very good at annoying the opponent. So I think it's because like Shino and Tamari are supposed to be sort of kind of a long range character, but their PTS forms are not exactly long range. They're like the close range version of their Shippuden versions. So they kind of have some traits of like long range capabilities. So like Tamari kind of has like these kind of shurikens that can kind of track the opponents but with wind, and Shino kind of has this but with bugs. So because of this, Shino actually has really good tracking on his shurikens, and for his chakra shurikens, they're actually quite different as well. Whenever you hit someone with their chakra shuriken, they get hit with a massive amount of hit stun, which is insane because there's only very few characters that actually has this type of chakra shuriken. So Shino's one of them, Shippuden Tamari is one of them, Shippuden Shino's another, and Shippuden Inside, I think it's the last one that has like these very long hit stun type of chakra shuriken. So the reason why I'm mentioning this, because these chakra shurikens and these shurikens are going to play a big part into Shino's combos, and because of these shurikens you can actually play keep away a lot more better than like an average character. Because of these homing in shurikens, they can really annoy the opponent and keep them from chakra dashing at you, especially when you're at long to medium range. But now we can go into some of these combos. Let's start with the neutral combo first. The neutral combo is definitely the fastest combo that Shino has. It is very good for just pushing opponents back and getting the link to that stripe. And there is a little bit something extra in this neutral combo, but we're gonna get to that once we get into the guard break pill. Next up, we got the down combo. The down combo is the strongest combo that Shino has, and it's the combo you're gonna be doing majority of the time just because of the damage. And there's also another important reason that the down combo is special, but we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Next up, we have the up combo, which is really not too much utility with this Shino. Like we're really not gonna be using up combo too much with Shino in this version. Now, before we move on to any other combos, we gotta talk about Shino's infinite combo that he has within the combos. To do Shino's infinite combo, you have to do the down combo and stop on the 11th hit. Then once you stop on the 11th hit, you have to jump cancel, which means just jump out of your combo. And then right after you jump out of your combo, you have to throw a chakra shuriken. Now, of course, you gotta do this within like very fast pace. So because of this, I would say this is probably a very advanced infinite combo. Like it took me a while to get a hang of it, and it took me to like actually have to practice at this because I never actually used Shino like this before in my life before I started practicing for this tutorial. So this is going to be, if you're not used to these type of combos, this is going to be kind of a hard infinite combo for you to get down. But basically, stop at the 11th hit of the down combo, jump up, throw a chakra shuriken, and then the chakra shuriken should put the opponent in so much hit stun that you can continue another combo. Therefore, you have an infinite combo. So because of this increases Shino's DPS by a lot, because characters with an infinite combo just have a lot more DPS because they have just a lot more options than some other characters. And plus, this infinite combo is going to be especially important when linking up with basically anything of Shino. This chakra shuriken actually expands the it actually puts the opponent in so much hit stun, you can literally just do anything. Grab, tilt, jutsu, ultimate jutsu, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But now let's discuss some of the guard break pills with Shino. So of course you can use the infinite combo that I taught you just now, and you can literally just link it up very perfectly. Next, you got the neutral combo. Legit, like right when Shino plops them up in the air, you can just flip back and then do a guard break pill. Kind of the same thing with the up combo. Right when Shino plops him up with his knee, you can literally just flip back and do a guard break pill. So now that we got all the combos out of the way, we can actually start discussing the tilt and the grab for Shino. His tilt is basically just a combo tilt where he attacks in kind of a 360 motion, and it's a 3 hits attack that goes into a strike back. So this tilt is really not usually the best for combos because it doesn't really go that far, but it can still be used to get pressure on the opponent, and then you can still swap out into another character and then get some damage with that secondary character. And because it is a combo tilt, this is going to be kind of hard to do, but you can actually use the tilt in the middle of someone's combos. Granted, the opponent's combos have to be kind of slow to do it. Like, you kind of have to find a good juicy opening, but Shino does have the capability of using his tilt within someone's combo. Shino's grab is actually a deceptively fast grab, but it's only very short range. Most of Shino's grab cancels can be canceled up into the same cancels for the guard break pill. So pretty much whenever the Shino plops them up, that's a perfect cancel for a guard break pill. So here's the one for the up combo, neutral combo, and of course the infinite combo. And next we move on to Shino's Jutsu, which is Ground Scamper Insects. So Ground Scamper Insects is basically like an Amaterasu, but it moves a lot slower and it tracks super hard. Like, you can see this thing kind of going in like 180 for an opponent. So this is an insanely good support already. The fact that it stays on the ground and it tracks the opponent super hard. Because usually tracking jutsus are the best in Storm games, usually. It depends on how slow or how fast they are. But whenever Ground Scamper Insects hits the opponents, they put the opponent in like kind of a pillar of bugs, and this pillar lasts for about 3 seconds. So within this 3 seconds, the opponent cannot sub. If they try to sub out of it, they will literally be stuck in the Ground Scamper Insects bugs, and they will keep getting hit by it. So this in itself can actually bait out a couple of subs if they do not know about Ground Scamper Insects. It's actually a very dangerous support. So using Ground Scamper Insects as Shino himself won't really do a lot of too much. You can still cancel up into the down combo, for instance, you can still cancel up to the infinite combo, for instance, and then cancel it like that, but you're really not getting too much extra damage. This jutsu is really good for using as support. This is actually a really good support, especially among PTS characters. Actually probably one of the best supports in terms of PTS characters. The fact that it just follows you and then it puts you in a lot of hit stun if you're blocking it, and still hit stun if you're not blocking it too, can still bait out subs, make this actually one of the better supports. And next we're going to move on to Shino's ultimate jutsu, which is Parasite Insect Pupa. Jutsu, you literally just have to do the infinite combo, the one that we discussed with the chakra shuriken at the beginning of the episode. So to do this is extremely hard, but I mean, if you master this infinite combo, you're basically mastering Shino's whole kit, to be honest. So all you gotta do is just do the infinite combo, then right after, just cancel up into the ultimate. Quite literally as simple as that. And unfortunately, this is the only ultimate jutsu that Shino has. He doesn't actually have a legitimate ultimate jutsu cancel, so this is the best that we can do. And plus, the fact that you use a chakra shuriken to basically reset your combo means that this ultimate jutsu is a unscaled ultimate jutsu. It means you're doing the maximum damage you already can do with an ultimate jutsu. And last but not least, we're going to discuss his awakening. So in Shino's awakening, nothing really changes, as do most PTS characters besides like Naruto and Lee. They literally have the exact same moveset, but they move slightly faster and they do slightly more damage. So I would say just play Shino the way have you been playing. So Shino is basically a jack of all trades character. He can kind of do quite literally anything. You want this man on support, this man can be on support. You want him as your primary, this man can be your primary. He is just overall just a really good character. His combos are amazing, but hard to get down. If you're planning on playing Shino and being good with him, I would say the first and most important thing is mastering and practicing how to get this infinite combo off. It is hard to do, but once you master it, you're basically going to be a Shino main at this point. Because this is basically what they all do. It can do guard pressure. It can have a bunch of hit stun. It can assist your teammates. Like there's plus your shurikens literally track the opponent. Like this is literally like the best of Shino's kit right here. All of Shino's combos are good, and his range is actually in attack speed are deceptively good as well. He can pretty much box out majority of the people, which is insane. His tilt is okay. It really depends on the matchup. If the opponent has an opening in their combo, you can kind of just interrupt it. But overall, like the tilt is strictly okay. His grab is pretty good too. The fact that he has so many links into his grab is actually kind of amazing. His Jutsu is really good for support. Not really used for Shino himself, but as support is actually one of the better ones. Like I can't really tell whether Groundscape or Insects is better than the Shippuden Shippuden Shino's Jutsu, but they're both really good. Ultimate Jutsu, once you master the infinite combo, you're going to be very good with that. And yeah, that's really just it around Shino. He's just a really good character that takes a lot of practice to get good with. But once you do, you're basically like, you got one of the best characters in Storm 4 right here. If you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. And make sure to tell me who else I'm going to do for the very next episode. My name is 012. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.